Breaking news. Bubba Cunningham signs a 2-year extension to remain as the athletic director for UNC Chapel Hill, but the successor has been named. Holy smokes. Welcome to episode 445 of College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Pflugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. And if you do as well, please subscribe to our channel. Smash the like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends. Let's not waste any more time. Breaking news this morning. The year of Bubba continues. Bubba Cunningham, the longtime North Carolina athletic director. Carolina extends athletic director Bubba Cunningham's contract by 2 years. Hires RFK Racing president Steve Newmark as executive associate athletic director, and he is going to be the successor of Bubba Cunningham. This is from GoHeels.com. As the college athletics landscape continues to evolve, the University of North Carolina and its Department of Athletics continues to adapt for success. Director of Athletics Bubba Cunningham, who has led the Tar Heels to 24 national titles, 11 top 10 Learfield Directors Cup finishes while advocating for student athlete opportunities, transforming Carolina's facilities, and successfully navigating an onslaught of industry change, has agreed to a 2-year contract extension through July of 2029. He will remain in his current role until summer of 2026 before transitioning to senior advisor to the chancellor and athletic director, a new forward-thinking position reporting to the chancellor, Lee H. Roberts, that will allow Cunningham to focus his vast expertise on transformational university projects that will position the university and Carolina athletics successfully for the future. As part of my last contract extension, I'm committed to working with university leadership on a succession plan that would positively position Carolina athletics and our 28 teams for the future, said Cunningham, who has been UNC's director of athletics since 2011. I appreciate the opportunity to extend my contract and enhance my role in a way that will allow me to continue to support our outstanding student athletes, coaches, and staff as we transition and navigate the changing athletic landscape. I'm excited for the future. Further looking to adapt the department to needs related to revenue shares, NIL, commercial strategy, Carolina has hired current Roush Fenway Kalowski RFK Racing president Steve Newmark, a respected NASCAR leader with experience in sponsorship, marketing, team operations, and contract negotiations. As executive associate athletic director, Newmark will report to Cunningham and initially focus his attention on strategies tied to revenue-driving initiatives, particularly related to UNC's football and men's and women's basketball programs, before transitioning to director of athletics role in the summer of 2026. And finally, in the article, here comes the PATC money shot. A native of Chapel Hill with strong ties to the university, Newmark has served as president of RFK Racing for the past 15 years. In addition to running the operations of the professional sports team, Newmark also was part of a small group that spearheaded the creation of charter system in NASCAR and has continued to serve as a liaison with NASCAR on behalf of all teams and all major initiatives in the sport over the last decade. Prior to joining RFK Racing, Newmark was a partner at the Charlotte-based law firm Robinson, Bradshaw, and Hinson, where he specialized in sports and entertainment and worked extensively, the PATC money shot, and worked extensively with the Southeastern Conference, Conference USA, and the NCAA. Well, you know, when we're talking about, we're talking about conference realignment, the hire of the athletic director is not as important as the hire of the president. If that university is in a position where they might be changing the conference affiliation. But again, this is probably another indication. I think it's another indication. You get Mr. Newmark in there, who's worked at a law firm, that worked extensively with the Southeastern Conference. That was 15 years ago. And then he becomes the president and associated with president of a racing team. He works with NASCAR. He's from Chapel Hill. Yeah, look, we've talked about it for 2 years now. North Carolina, Chapel Hill, if they do change their conference affiliation, and we think they will, leans Southeastern Conference. Southeastern Conference over the Big Ten. We've given our reasons why for the last 2 years. What has been happening on the ground at UNC, the Southeastern Conference forces, by the way, they're doing the same thing at Virginia. A bigger mountain to climb, but they're doing the same thing at Virginia. The SEC forces have come on in. Kevin Gusowich left UNC, the president, the chancellor, and then he went to become the president of Michigan State. President Ryan of Virginia, he's just left. He resigned. Watch who's going to be named interim at Virginia. It's going to be very, very important what goes on there. But for the Big Ten folk who say, Greg, why don't you just completely shut the door on the possibility of North Carolina going to the Big Ten? I'm not going to do that because the Big Ten hasn't shut that door. They haven't. It's interesting that this new athletic director is going to be reporting to Bubba Cunningham at least until 2029. From 26 to 2029, 27 to 29, Bubba Cunningham is going to be in that elevated senior advisor role at UNC. Bubba Cunningham does have some relationships with the Big Ten. However, no doubt about it, we've been saying it for quite a long time here at Peek Around the Corner. The SEC forces have moved in, and this is only going to, you bring in an athletic director who's been with NASCAR, and before that, he worked with a law firm that extensively worked with the Southeastern Conference. He knows all about the marketing in that region. That's going to be his prime job as the athletic director. Going to bring in new sponsorships, marketing, new revenue streams to North Carolina. You can see North Carolina, the flagship school of the big state, a growing state where the SEC plants its flag in the middle of the state. That's probably the athletic director that you want in there at North Carolina, right? Put down your comments and thoughts in the comment section below the video. Let me know what you think. Bubba Cunningham, he's not leaving North Carolina. He's just leaving the position of athletic director. They're moving somebody in who's going to create new revenue streams. And that gentleman, in my opinion, my strongly held opinion, is going to be working primarily in the southeastern part of the United States. Well, I think you know where I believe this is going. You let me know what you believe where all this is going for UNC, Chapel Hill, the Tar Heels. Until next time, from all of us at PATC to all of you, please you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.